G'day folks, this afternoon Holly and I are very privileged to be able to go fishing in this very large private property dam.
Hey you! You're watching Holly and Robbie fishing.
Now in case you're wondering where Holly is, she's at the car which is over there. A bit of a funny story. We carried all our stuff over here. We've got tackle boxes, eskies, landing net, chairs and everything. Holly went back, we couldn't carry it all. So Holly went back to grab her 2 fishing rods and the landing net. She came back with the landing net and said, "Where are my rods?" And I said, "They're in the car." So she's over there getting her rods. Oh, there she is. See if you can see her in the middle of the screen there. Give us a big wave. Anyway, this is private property, and here's a bit of a backstory before I go fishing. And I've got to tell you this backstory because I want to share my photos, because I want to brag about my PB silver perch. The guy that bought this property contacted me a while back. He's owned it for a couple of years, and he told me that he bought it off, the bloke he bought it off told him that he'd stocked it heavily with native fish. Catfish, silver perch, possibly golden perch, and he can't remember what else. So he invited me out here, and it took me a few months to get here because I've been a bit busy and whatnot. And anyway, last week I came out here with my friend Tim, and sitting under that tree just there, I caught my PB silver perch, and I put that on the screen now. Look at that. That's a 46 centimetre silver perch, and I caught it right here in this dam, probably 5 minutes after we got here. About 20 minutes later, I caught a thumping great big catfish that you can see on the screen now. I've never measured any of my catfish, but I reckon this would nearly be one of the biggest ones I've ever caught as well. And that was it for me. I didn't catch any more fish, but over the next 2 or 3 hours, Tim sat here, and that's his fork-shaped stick there, and Tim had never caught a catfish, and then he caught 10 catfish in a row. So between us we caught 11 catfish and a thumping big silver perch. So we know there's catfish and silvers in here, and possibly yellow belly. I'm going to be bait fishing with 2 rods, both with janjack worms. Holly's got 2 rods, one's rigged up with a soft plastic and one's rigged up with a hook. Let's get fishing. I'm excited. Right, now rod number 1, little stumpy rod. Oops. As you can see, there's quite a bit of algae in this part of the dam. It sort of moves around with the breeze, and at the moment it's pulled up here. But anyway, rod number 1, it's got the little stumpy rod, it's got a paternoster rig, and that's just going just out there. Righto, my long rod's going in. I had to re-rig this. It had a running sinker rig on it, and I took it off and I put a paternoster rig on it, just to try and prevent gut hooking any fish. Running sinker rigs are a very effective rig, but they are notorious for hooking fish deep. Right, both lines are in. It's time to play the waiting game. Here's the bottom of my long rod. And got him. I'm hooked up, dolls. Is it a caddy or a silver or something else? Can you grab the landing net, sweetie? I reckon I've got a caddy. Whatever it is, taken off way over there. Whatever it is, it's got a bit of size to it. It's not a little fish. Now, to the best of my... Oh, he got off. Oh, after all that. Ah, how disappointing. No way. Ah, how disappointing.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. To the best of my knowledge, there are no carp in here. Whatever that was a pretty decent sized fish. Oh well, I'll put a fresh janjackie on and get it back out there. There's not a second to lose. That's a good sign. It's still active. Whatever that was a large fish. It wasn't a tiny fish. I'll put that back out where it was, which was about there. Try again. That's a good sign. I'm disappointed. I don't get disappointed often when I lose fish. If I see the fish, I don't care, but when I don't see it, it's quite annoying. And when you're still not 100% sure exactly what's in the waterway, that makes it even worse. It might not have been a silver or a catfish. It might have been a giant yellow belly or something. We'll never know. Getting a bite. Come on. And. Oh, is that a nice bite on a little stumpy rod? I was nearly going to strike then. I should have. I thought I'd just give it. There it goes. Whoa, it's nearly pulled the rod in. Oh, yeah. See if I can not lose this one. This doesn't feel as big as the last one, but it's still a fairly weighty kind of a fish. Will I get to see it? Is it another big silver? Or is it a caddy, or is it something else? Look at that green algae on the water. It looks shocking. There's a lot of that around at the moment. What have we got? It is I think it's another big silver. Do you want to come and get a photo of me, darling? Look at the size of this silver perch. Where'd I put that net? Oh. Ah, keep past from the net. I can't quite reach it. That's a huge silver. I'm going to leave that in the water for a second. The one I got here last week was 46 centimetres. Let's have a look. I'll get the tape measure out of here and we'll see how big this one is. That's huge. Right, I don't want to put it on the dry ground. That's 49. 49 centimetres of solid silver perch. Wow, I'm just going to lob it back in from up here. Monster silver. See you later, mate. There he goes. A new PB, only a week after my last one. 49 centimetres, 49 centimetres, 49 centimetres of silver perch. I'm excited. Right, I've left the old worms. I'm going to put one fresh one on there with them, just to freshen them up a bit. That was only just out there. It was about that far out, don't it? Probably just asked me how far out it was. Now, one thing I can tell you about catching big silver perch is that they're very hard to hold for a photo. They bend like a banana, then from out of nowhere they kick and you've got to catch them. That was quite challenging to get that photo. This time last week I caught my biggest ever silver perch in this dam, 46 centimetres. Now I've just beaten it by 2. Oh yeah, the fish are getting bigger. No, that was 48, that one, wasn't it?
49.
Did I say 48 or 49?
49.
Huh. 49 centimetres, 49 centimetres, 49 centimetres. Bottom of his stumpy rod here. Got him straight away. And he just caught that 40. This isn't as big, I don't think. And he just caught that. Oh, he got off. He got off. I only just caught that 49 centimetre silver 10 minutes ago. I put the worms straight back out where they were. There's not a second to lose. I'm not as disappointed losing that fish now. I was when I lost that first fish. I was gutted. But now that I've caught that big silver, I'm on a bit of a high at the moment. Oh, stumpy rod. Got him. Oh, I done him again. Geez, they're going after the worms on this stumpy rod for some reason. That's 2 in about 5 minutes I've lost. Quick, get it straight back out. There's not a second to lose again. This little stumpy rod's got something just nibbling at it there now. It's pulling, and got him. See if I can not lose this one now. I've lost 2 in a row. It's not as big as the silver I caught. Might have a little catty. That's going to be my guess. It's a little catfish. It's a smaller something. It's it's a little weeny catfish. I'm going to say little weeny catfish. It's about 20 centimetres. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my net so that I can just... Actually, I'll put it in the net. Just because the net is nice and damp. I'm trying to keep it off the ground just to keep it nice and cool and damp. See me catfish? Nice little catfish of around 28, 29 centimetres. I reckon a small one. Awesome little catty. See you later, mate. Well, I got 1 silver and 1 catfish on the board. Oh, Holly's hooked up. Do you need the net? Is it a big one?
I think so. About time, mate.
Go you. What have you got?
Rose on the go.
Just going to get my arm. Oh, my other rod's getting a bite
Go,
too.
go, it's fine. I've got this
That's
on. Whoa.
Is that a big catty?
Yes. Bro, that's huge.
Yeah, I've got to go. My other rod's still getting pulled in. You right with the net there?
That is big, bro. Stomper.
Is that?
Oh, yeah.
What I'll do, something was just biting in this. I might reel mine in so that I can come down and help you with yours.
Right, we've got to put it in the net.
Awesome. That way I can focus on you and not on my rod not getting pulled into the dam.
Can I film it? I've never caught one before.
Yep, you want some help? I'll get my phone so I can get a photo of you. Look at Holly's massive catfish. It's got to be over 50 centimetres. Well done, sweetheart.
Thanks, you ready?
Yep. Give me a high five. No, don't. Your hands are too slimy. Oh, so are mine.
Too bad.
Well done, darling. Right, it's all happening here on the private property dam. Now, I have got a message to share with you from the farmer, from the property owner. He wants me to let you know that this is private property and it is under new ownership. So even if you had permission to come on here under the previous owner. The bloke that owns it now doesn't want anybody on here, so you're not allowed to fish this dam. Not that many people will recognise it anyway, but if you do recognise it and you do know it and you have been able to come here in the past, well, you need to speak to the new owner now before you're allowed on here. Right, Holly's got her line back in. I've got that one back in. I'm going to put the stumpy rod back in. Then I'm going to send Holly the photo of her. I just told her I'd send her the photo and she says, okay, but I probably look like a dingle quat. Now, I'm not quite sure what a dingle quat is, but hopefully Holly doesn't look like one because it sounds really bad. As soon as I took my eye off my rod for 2 seconds to look at Holly's photo, I got a bite. Oh, I missed it. I can't even look at my phone to send you the photo because as soon as I take my eye off my rod, I get a bite. Not a bad problem to have. Well, I've just sent you them photos, darling. Oh, there's a bite again, look. Got him. There's a bit of weight in this one again. This is bigger than that little caddy that I just caught. This spot's pretty magical, isn't it? I know people are going to ask me about the algae because you can see the green on the water. They're going to ask, is that blue-green algae? And I'm going to answer it right now and say, I have no idea. I'm not an algaetologist. Look at the size. I think it's another big silver. It is another huge silver. I don't think it's quite as big as the last one. Can you bring the lounder net for me, Dan? You can just put your phone down just for a couple of seconds, just to help out in a time of need.
Yeah, I look like a dingle quat.
A dingle quat. Aren't you hot in your hoodie and your long sleeves, you dingle quat? Oh, I can't even see whether that's in the net or not. Molly's getting a bite down there now. Oh, another big silver. Huge silver. I've got a real quick measure just because the tape measure's right beside me here. The other one was 49. I don't reckon this one's quite that big. Oh, 40. This one's about 47. Wow. There certainly are some large silverados in this dam. Have a look at that. Mate, you can keep that Jan Juck worm. You've earned it. If it doesn't flick, look at that. That is a huge silver perch. This dam is the land of the giants. Righto, 2 massive yellow belly and a couple of caddies. Now the property owner doesn't actually know when this was last stocked. Of the catfish that Tim and I caught out here last week and the couple that I've got today, there's been a few different sort of sizes. There is a fair chance that the catfish could be breeding in here. Catfish can spawn in still water, just like this. They can spawn in those reeds. They'll build nests around the reeds and the ribbonweed and stuff. And as long as there's no carp, which there doesn't appear to be in here, they're usually pretty good to go. And we reckon they might be spawning in here. It's unlikely the silver perch will be spawning in here, though. They generally need running water at a certain temperature, but a bite there again now. It is a bite, look. Got him. I only just put that back in. Oh, he got off. I only just put that back in. And as I was saying, it's unlikely that the perch will be spawning in here, the silver perch, but we reckon there's a pretty high likelihood that the catfish are spawning in here. Most likely in those reeds over there would be my guess. Can't believe it, I hooked another one straight away. There's a little bit of worm on there. I'll leave that same worm on and I'll put that back out where it was. See if I can get another bite in 10 seconds. Pretty awesome spot to fish, isn't it?
Yep.
And got him. Keep the tension on. Another sizable fish. That's another non-tiddler. I reckon this one's going to be a big caddy. Look at it. If it is a big caddy, I wonder if it's going to be as big as Holly's catfish. That was a ginormosaurus. What have I got? That's another big silver. I am the king of silver perch. Oh, it's gone under a snag. That's out. When I was here with Tim last week, we only caught the one silver. Oh no, it's a giant catfish. Look at the size of this. Can you pass me that lantern net, Dylan? What do you see this? I reckon this is bigger than the one you got. Do you reckon that's bigger than the one you got?
Yeah.
It's pretty big, isn't it? Can you do me a favour? Can you just reel this other rod in so that we can deal with this? I'm going to get you to get a photo of me. That is enormous. That's an enormous catfish. I'm going to try and get a measure of it. Right, measurement is roughly 53 centimetres. Wow, I'll just take this off my head. I didn't get an exact measurement, but it's around 52 to 53 centimetres. Tandanus catfish, eel-tailed catfish. Put him in up here. My caddy. See you later, mate. This spot rocks. Because there's so many big, hard-hitting fish in here, I actually got Holly to pull this little stumpy rod out for me while I was dealing with that catfish, just in case a fish grabbed it and pulled it in. This is the sort of fishing that dreams are made of. Forever thankful for the property owner allowing us to come on here and go fishing. The long rod again. Oh, missed it. I just had a bite too. Bro's hooked up down there. Right, I'm coming down with a close eye on my rods. Isn't it funny, having had a bite for a little while and then suddenly we both get a bite at the same time.
Maybe I'll stole the fish, bro.
Maybe. What do you got? Another big catty. Hey! I don't think it's as big as your first one. No. Just got to keep my eye on my rods there.
Put the net down if you want, bro.
Put it down over here on the grassy bit, but it might be a bit cooler. I'll unhook him for you. Can you just keep your eye on my rods?
Yep. You're getting a bite.
Alright, you deal with that. Which rod? The long rod? Oh yeah, look at it. Double hookup. We hadn't had a bite for a while since I caught that last catty. It had gone quiet. And then bang, both at once. Gee, this is, as Poppy says, this has got some toe. I'll hook one on this fish in a minute. We'll have a triple hookup. On this rod, I meant. Did I say this fish? I got fish on the brain. You right there? You get the hook out? You want to come and hold this so I can get that one, another big catty, giant catty. If you want to come and hold this, I'll get that back in for you, darling.
Okay, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, be quick because I want to get that back in the water. You got it?
Off you go, bloody hell.
I need the net. Right, where's Holly's fish? There's Holly's catty. See you later, mate. That's right. You've been rehearsing the line. Now I've caught the net. Oh, we're in a hell of a mess. That's all happening. Right, this is a team fish, this one.
Yep.
Right, so you can just drag it over the net. There we go. Oh, another big catty.
Good job, bro.
Look at the size of the thing.
I was catching some monsters.
Oh, I am. What was the other one? About 52 or 53, wasn't it?
Your rod's just there.
Okay, thanks, darling. Right, let's get a rough. Oh, my rod's in the way. You put me rod right over the top of the tape measure.
My bad.
It's about 50. Not quite as big as the one I got before. When you handle catfish, you've got to be very careful of the front of this front fin. It's very, very sharp and it can spike into your hand. See you later, giant Tandanus monstrosity. He's getting a bite here. Got him. Oh, so I'm waiting this. Haven't even got my other rod back in. The fishing is nuts here today. When I was here with Tim last week, we had some good fishing, but this is just next level. I just finished putting a worm on the long rod and I hadn't even got it back in. And then the short rod went bang. Look at the size of the boil. It is madness. Well, I want to see it before it gets off. I've had to loosen the drag a bit because it was just going crazy. It's an even bigger catfish. I don't know if it's... Look at the size of the thing. Okay, I'll need the net if that's okay. I haven't got a line in the water at the moment. The other ones... I just put the fresh worms on after catching the last big catfish. But I didn't get a bite for the first little while. That's right, I lost one not long after we got here. Then it went a bit quiet. And now they've just come on the chew again. I love these things. Absolutely love catfish. That is amazing. Once again, about 52 centimetres. Wow. Look at the lips on it. They've got a really overhanging top lip. Heaps of whiskers. They've got teeth. They must be like vacuum cleaners just hovering along the bottom looking for worms and stuff. All right, let's get my lines back in. This one's got a fresh worm and it's ready to go. You're on again. Is it? You might have a silver this time. Another caddy. It's a big silver.
Is it?
Bro's got a big silver. Holly's got... Dingle Quat has got her biggest ever silver. Way to go, Dingles.
Thanks, Dingleberry.
Look at the size of it. All right. Do you want to grab that? I'll put my GoPro back on my head. I'll help you unhook it and we'll get a tape measure and a photo. What do you reckon?
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce. You might just, if we're lucky, you might just relax. Here we go. He's straightening. He's straightening. 47. 48. 48, you reckon?
Yeah, 48.
You're holding for a photo. Just be careful. There's Holly's 48 centimetre silver perch. Right, I'll just spear him back in, don't.
Ow!
You good?
Yeah, you got my fish fin.
Well done.
Thanks, bud.
There's PBs falling from the sky today. Right, it's all happening. If you've got a farm dam and you'd like to see it fish like this, it wants to be a reasonable size. Reeds are definitely an advantage for catfish. But the very worst thing that you can do with it, and despite it being illegal anyway, is put redfin in a dam. A lot of people illegally stock redfin in their dam, and I'm not here to judge them. I get it, I understand that, because redfin are fun to catch and they're nice to eat. I love redfin. But the problem is, if you put a heap of redfin in here, then you go and stock little silver perch or catfish fingerlings and stuff, and the redfin will eat all the fingerlings before they have a chance to grow. If there's no redfin in here, when you stock the native fish, the survival rate is so much higher, and then you get a good native fishery like this is. So if you are fortunate enough to own a bit of property with a nice big dam like this, it doesn't have to be this big, but just a decent sized dam, and you want to have a fishery like this, do everything in your power to keep the redfin out and then stock it with native fish. Like I said, redfin are great fun. I fully understand why people want redfin in their dam, but just so you know, if you do choose to put redfin in, and it is illegal, but if you choose to do that, then you are going to hinder your chances of creating a wonderful native fishery like this, because the redfin will eat the fingerlings. When you stock the native fingerlings into here, your survival rate will be much, much lower. Just had a little nibble on the stumpy rod. Here we go, still playing with it. Still, and something's just pulling it. They're still nibbling and got him. Whoa, look at this. Look at it's just right. You ran out of juice yet, mate? Whatever you are. What's that? boost. You just hit power band. You've got to do with something else. There could be yellow belly in here. We don't know whether there are any yellow belly or not, but we know that there could be. Where's that landing then? Just there. Not feeling quite as big now that maybe it's just because I'm wearing him out. It's actually hard under this little tree here because I can't lift my rod up. It's another big catty. Melissa Caddy. The ducks over there on the other dam, are they? I can hear splashes behind me. Can you pass me that rod, darling? I can't get to it from here. Just that net, I mean. Every time I make one wrong word, you notice. Thanks, bro. Right. Catfish me up. Let me tape measure over there. I won't worry about a measurementation. They're all pretty similar in size. This one might even be a little bit smaller. Such an awesome fish. See you later, catfish. How are you enjoying your catfish and silver perch experience? Good. That's good. Holly was just getting a drink out of the esky and I hear this, whoa, my rod nearly got pulled in. I'm just putting the same worms on. Look how mangled they are. Why?
Got off.
It got off, did it?
Yes, bro.
Quick, put your line back out there. There's not a second to lose.
Didn't even get to see what fish it was.
No need to use that sort of language on my YouTube channel. Well, that's still bad. PG. Holly's just chatting. Next minute she's just used her ninja-like reflexes to grab her rod. Like I'm racing down with a net. A little catfish, is it?
Yep.
Little baby one. Coming to help you unhook him? Do you want to grab the net? Right, I'll being very careful not to wear that spike. Just gotta. You want me to put it back?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
Right. Right. There's Holly's cute little catfish. Give it a kiss.
Oh no.
Now that's a face only a mother could love. All right. No, I said that's a face that only a mother could love. The catfish one's alright though, so that's all good. Holly's on again. I can race him down there again. I might not have mentioned it at all in this video, but I've hurt my left foot really bad. I can barely walk. So I've come racing down. I can see the boil. I'm just keeping my eye on my rods. It'd be pretty easy to lose a fishing rod in this place, even though there's no carp here.
I'd fine. Come on, mate. Don't go all day.
Whatever it is sizable.
Whatever it is, being an idiot.
I reckon it's going to be another catty.
I'm just going to do a silver.
It's a big catty. Just let you wear him out and just drag him over the net. Just drag him over the net and there we go. The more I have to chase the fish with the net, the more likely it is that you'll lose the fish. I'll set him over here on this tussock rather than on the dirt so that I can try and avoid him getting too dirty. That's a big catty. Can you watch my rods, darling? I'll do this.
Yep.
You want to hold him and put him back? You got him? Well done. Yeah, look at their face. How cool are their faces, all in whiskers, big eyes and...
You ready?
Yeah. Go on.
High five.
This place is awesome. Huge shout out to the farmer that's invited me out here to fish in his dam. We are so privileged to have access to this, and I'm forever thankful because this place is awesome. Okay, just pull him with it. Got him. I'm sitting down because if I stand up I can't hold my rod up high because of the tree. And so I stay seated. Yeah, right. They've slowed down. We're still getting the odd nibble. Before they were just going crazy. One stage there we almost caught 3 at the same time. Holly's only fishing with 1 rod too, by the way. The other one's got... It's a giant silver. You've asked me the landing net, darling. I'm actually glad I've caught a big silver because there's something I wanted to tell you about the silver perch in this dam. I was just looking at my photo. Look at the size of the thing. Thanks, bro. Oh, quick, grab it. I saw that. Holly's rod almost got pulled in. Got him. Holly's rod almost got pulled in. That's huge. I'm going to... What's that? Yeah, it's not the sort of spot you want to leave your rod unattended for too long, is it? Let me know what you've got when you can see it, okay? Something I wanted to tell you about silver perch in this place. You'll notice they're not very silver. They're dark. Is it a catty or a silver? Holly's got a catfish. They're very dark in colour. Look at the size of that silver perch. That is 46. Not as big as the first one. Look how dark it is. It's not silver. It's very dark in colour. The slime all over my shirt now. I'm so slimy. It snapped. Holly lost hers. Notice how dark the silver perch is. That's because the water is dark. Look at the colour of the water. It's very dark. It's quite clear, but it's very dark. And because it's dark, the silver perch is a real dark colour. I'm puffed. Look at the slime all over me. You flicked and kicked and... Oh. Get my line back in. Right, I'm just putting one worm on. One thing about these Janjuk worms, they're very, very big, fat and juicy, and one is more than enough. And usually, there's a bite on the other rod here, usually you can catch more than one fish on the one worm. I'll just put a little overarm flick out there with a little stumpy rod. Just had a nibble on this long rod. Now I was saying just before that the reason the silver perch are so dark in here is because the water's dark. Basically when you catch fish out of clear water, they've got deeper colours, and when you get them out of dark clear water like this, they've got deep dark colours. And I reckon that there could be yellow belly in here. I'm not sure, it's unconfirmed. But I reckon if I caught a yellow belly in here that it would be a really dark colour, almost black like the silver perch, but it would probably have a deep golden stomach. When we used to catch yellow belly out of Lake McCowan years ago, where the water was really dirty and sandy colour, they were really pale and white almost. And some people used to confuse them, get them mixed up and think that they were silver perch, but they weren't. They were yellow belly, but they were coming out of really dirty sandy coloured water, and they were really pale colour. Even the cod in Lake McCowan were a pale white colour. But out of clear water, the colours get a lot deeper and richer. And then out of this dark water, colours will get really dark. If I caught a redfin in here, it'd be really dark with really vibrant stripes and bright red fins. Dark, clear water brings out the best colours in fish. And in the case of silver perch, it just makes them go from shiny silver to an almost black colour. Here we go on the long rod. Got him. Whoa, look at this. There's some weight in this fish. This is a heavy fish. Didn't quite get to see what that was there then. That's another big silver. So silver or yellow belly. We don't know for sure whether there's yellow belly in here or not, and that's another big silver. We still don't know for sure whether there's yellow belly in here. Certainly silver perch in here, that's for sure. And they're huge. All right. Come on, big dark Silverado. They are huge, humongous. Look at the size of that. You can hear it grunting. You can feel it vibrating. You can feel the grunts vibrating. Look at that. Look how big that is. Straighten out, mate, so I can try and measure you. Oh! It's 50! It's 50! It's 50 centimetres. It's the biggest one. Thanks, bro. Oh, see you later, mate. I was going to hold him up and get my other camera and hide him like that, but he flicked, so I just lobbed him into the water. That wasn't how I planned to release it, but another PB. I just caught me PB silver after catching me PB silver an hour ago, or 2 hours ago, after catching me PB silver last week. This is PB Lake. It's the lake of the PBs. My personal best silver, your personal best catfish. And silver, personal best silver. This spot is awesome! 50 centimetre silver. Right, a couple of fresh worms on that can go back in. 50 centimetres, that's my PB silver perch. That's going to take some beating. Unless I catch a bigger one here, I reckon it's going to be a fair amount of time before I catch one bigger than that anywhere else. Just my hands are itchy. I tell you something about handling silver perch. They you hear of cod thumb. Well, I've got silver perch hand. They've got spikes on their fins, spikes on their gill rakers at the back of their gills, and they flick. They'll curl up, then randomly they'll just flick, and then I'll dig those bloody spikes into you. I don't know that they're dangerous, but they make you bloody itchy and they hurt. Well, Holly and I have had all this amazing action in the middle of the day, and now for the last half an hour we haven't had a single nibble. They've just shut down. But even if we don't get another bite at all today, it's not like we can complain. This has been pretty amazing fishing. Holly's getting a bite. I just stopped filming because you said you had a bite, so I started filming, then nothing happened, so I stopped, and then you hooked up. A little one.
Do you really want to net that?
Nah, you don't really need to net that one, do you?
No.
Look at the size of it.
Can I hook it?
You can try.
Yeah, I can try, but I don't know.
Alright. They're a bit harder than most fish to unhook. I just got to keep my eye on my rods while Holly unhooks her catfish.
I don't know how to hold it.
Anywhere except on top of that fin. You can fold it down. Oh, go you. Superstar. I never doubted you for 1 second. Look at that. That's only a little one, isn't it? That's the smallest one today.
Need a size comparison, bro.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. See you later, mate.
See you.
We're getting different sizes of catfish, sort of big and small and medium, but the silvers have all been around that mid to high 40s and 150. I reckon the catties are definitely breeding in here.
Yeah, right.
When fish breed, they call it spawning, trout spawn, and do catfish spawn or do they breed? What's the difference?
Spawn is like in one spot. Isn't breeding going to different spots?
Spawning is in one spot, but breeding is in a different spot. Is that what it is?
No, you're like... Spawning just feels like it's in one spot, but breeding feels like it's in one spot, then another, and then another, okay?
Got it.
You didn't... Are you recording?
Yeah.
You did not get it.
Scientific facts provided by Holly. Got him. Oh, he got off. First bite I've had for probably 45 minutes, and it got off. Oh, worm's still intact. Put it straight back out. It was about there somewhere, I reckon. It's amazing how the fishing has just gone really quiet after being so red hot earlier. Yeah, I noticed that. Something's still nibbling at it. Just watching the line. Yeah, something's just tapping there. I saw it stopped. Those are pretty sharp, sharp little eyes. Still there. Whoa! There's one on that rod instead. Isn't it always the way? I'm so focused on this rod. Well, this one's going too. I've missed the one on the left. It's been an hour nearly. Well, the other one's still getting bites, look. I might if I hook this other fish. We've sat here for nearly an hour without a bite. All of a sudden, both rods go at the same time. Here it goes. This one's taken up and... I don't know whether I got him or not. No, I've missed him. I might need a hand with that landing net. It's gone quiet for a while. That is a big catty by the looks of it. Yep. So what's the scientific name of these catfish, Holly?
I don't know.
Tandanus. Just think tandanus. And that's sort of like what it is. Is there a fish on there? Has it got a little fish on it? Why's the drag squeal on then? It has got a little catty on it. I did hook two at once. Now, you said you wanted a size comparison. You unhook that one and I'll unhook this one.
Okay.
I thought I bloody hooked it when I was biting before. Right, I got mine unhooked. Have you upheld your end of the bargain?
Not yet, bro.
You hold the fish. You got him? Got him tight? No, hold the fish, quick.
I haven't got the fish.
There goes the little one. And there's the big one for your comparison. Gone and gone. Well done, Bozo.
That's your well done, not mine.
No, that was your well done. Well, I'm just re-baiting both lines. Now, please go easy on us in the comment section. We didn't mean to drop that catfish. Well, Holly didn't mean to drop that catfish. Whoa. It was an accident. I'm sure it will be just fine.
That freaking spike thing was gonna go on my hand, the right one. I wasn't planning on bleeding today.
Yeah, right. Now I've got a tangle. Holly's whinging. I've got a tangle.
Excuse me,
We're in a hell of a mess. Back in business. Little overhead sidearm kind of cast through the gap. Back out where it was. We're back in the game. I just reached up to start filming when I hooked the fish and I stopped filming. I've been sitting here for no one knows how long, filming without even meaning to. Oh, my other rod's going now too. It's happened again. Sat here for ages without a bite, then two at once. What have we got here? We have got, I reckon it's going to be a catty. And it is just that. Big old catty. It's funny how they've gone quiet. We had all that action earlier this afternoon, and the last sort of hour and a half's been pretty slow. The hot midday catfish bite. Another beautiful catty. A bit of a puncture mark there in the back. Something's probably attacked it, maybe a bird or something. Alright, catfish, see you later, mate. In case you're wondering why we're throwing them all back in, they're going to be just fine, but we just can't get down there. It's just a bit hard to get down to the water. Anyway, they've slowed right down in the last couple of hours, but it's just so relaxing sitting here listening to the birds, chatting, playing with our phones. A perfect way to spend a Saturday afternoon, wouldn't you reckon? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Did you get a big bite? Have you got him?
Yeah, nearly got booked.
Did it get off?
Yes, bro.
Holly just had her first bite in about an hour and a half, and it got off. Quick, put your line back in. There's not a second to lose. You want a fresh worm? There goes the sun. There goes the sun. Got him. Not as big, whatever it is. Might be a little catty, I reckon. Well, it's got a bit of weight to him now. Not as small as I first thought. Certainly not as big as some of the other fish that I've hooked today. It's a little catty, a medium-sized catfish. I think I'll just lift this one out. I don't think it's that big that it's going to break the line. What's that? No worries, mate. Right. I mentioned earlier that you've got to be really careful of the spike on that top fin on a catfish. You've also got to be very careful of the front fins. They've got some pretty sharp spikes as well. That's a lovely little catty, probably about 30 centimetres. See you later, mate. Glorious. Another little dam behind us here. There's a dingle quad. Still trying to work out what that is. It's got a big bite in the little stumpy rod, you see that? Thanks, bro. It's easier to fight this rod sitting down. It's on the tree. You moving down closer to me?
No, I'm crossing that bit.
Oh, and see if there's any fish in the dam behind us. What have I got? Is that another catty? I think it is. It is another catty. I'll lift him out too, I reckon. He's not record-breakingly big. Bigger than the last one. Dude, they're a beautiful fish. I just love Tandanis catfish. The sinker just flicked up and hit the camera. Then you might have heard a knocking sound. I just love these things. Absolutely love them. I'll get a quick photo of that in my hand. I haven't done that today. Beautiful little catty of around 40 centimetres. See you later, mate. Go on. What are you doing down there? Holly's changing locations. Righto, I'll put little Stumpy back in. It's about there somewhere, I reckon. It's very pleasant here now that the sun's gone down. It is getting cool already. It's going to be a cool night tonight. It's already cooling down now, but it's just very pleasant right now. I love this time of the year. Absolutely love this time of the year. Is it a bite? Well, got him. On the long rod. They're a funny fish. Caught heaps earlier, then they went really quiet for a couple of hours. Now just in the last half an hour or so, they've come back on the bite. Look at the size of this tiny little catfish. That's got to be a good... Oh, look at this other rod's getting a bite now. That has got to be a sign that they are recruiting naturally or breeding in here. What a pretty little catfish. Have a look at the size of that. Isn't that a little beauty? That has got to be a sign that they're breeding in here. Awesome. It's amazing how it went dead for a few hours. They were on the bite like mad. Then they slowed right down and went dead, and now they come back on the bite again. I reckon I can just recycle these same worms. That'll do. Well, catfish don't seem all that fussy. There's a nibbling little Stumpy, and got him. He's very small again. Must be the small ones that come out on dark maybe. This is a little fish. Another little catty. They're small. Well, during the day most of them were quite large, and now that it's getting dark, these little ones are coming out. Look at the size of it. Awesome. What a great sign. Maybe I can call it awesome catfishing with Holly. How about the best catfish fishing video on YouTube? Do you reckon that one will work? Getting a bite on this other rod here. Talk about a sunset bite. When I was here with Tim last week, they went dead this time of the night. Got him. It's all happening. No sign of any yellow belly though. Another little caddy. That's 3 in the space of about 10 minutes. I've just caught 3 real small catfish in the space of about probably not even 10 minutes. See you later, mate. Whoops. They just turned up from nowhere right on sunset. Look, I'm getting a bite on this other rod. Did I get him? No, I missed him. I can't believe this. You should be down here, darling. They're going nuts. Right, one fresh worm and a bit of the old one. Big shout out to Jan Juck Fishing Worms. These guys send me the worms that I use that keep me fishing. There'll be a link to their worms in the video description below, where you can find them at fishingworms.com.au. Very much appreciate the support that I get from Jan Juck Worms. Something's nibbling at that short rod. I literally just put it back in and got him. Once again, he's not the biggest fish today. Probably a bit bigger than the last couple I've caught though. Should be down here, bro. They're going nuts. They went quiet for like 2 hours. Well, that is quite a bit bigger. Still a caddy. Still no sign of any yellow belly. I reckon I can lift him just. Wouldn't want to be any bigger though. This is actually when it's hard to hold them. You've got to be so careful of those fins. They're quite hard to unhook too, because the roof of their mouth is quite solid. Oh, lovely. You getting any bites up there? I've literally caught 4 fish in about the last 10 minutes. They are just going crazy down here at the moment. I literally just put this in. I just put that in and straight away it's getting a bite. They are going bonkers down here. I reckon he's got that. Got him. Bro's gone up there looking for greener pastures. As soon as she left, these pastures turned very green. This is just incredible. Bum, bum, bum. Another Tandarnus catfish. And another one caught, another one caught, another one took the worms, bump, bump, yeah, see you later, mate. Another Tandarnus catfish, bum, bum, bum. Holly's gone way down there, bum, bum, bum. The best fishing's way down here. You good, bro? Hey? Well, come down here, they're going crazy here. Bro, I've literally caught 5 since the sunset. I've noticed the smaller ones nibble it a bit. The bigger ones just sort of grab it and hook up. The smaller ones, a little bit harder to hook. Look at all the wood ducks. Right on sunset last week with Tim, about 6 million tip turkeys rocked up and landed in these trees. Got him. Finally, Holly's coming back down to where all the action is. I said, finally, Holly's coming back down to where all the action is. I've just caught another one now. Oh, well, you're going that side, are you? Maybe Holly's not coming back down to where all the action is. She's going to try the little dam over the back. We don't know what's in there. Another nice little Tandarnus. Awesome. It's all happening out here on the rod on the right now. It's like they're in a school and they move. It was all happening on this rod on the left. It's now gone quiet and the rod on the right's getting all the bites. Here they come. Didn't I tell you? When I was here last week with Tim, about 6 million tip turkeys flew in right on sunset. This must be the bin chicken base camp. come down here before when they were really going mad. I told you about 20 times to. Cast out there in front of you now. Right there. I reckon they've moved down that way. Just go out, sort of cast back towards me a little bit. A bit of an angle towards me. Got him. Not very big. Another little one, I think. Well, the other rod's getting a bite there now too. They are. I told you they're biting in here, little ones. Hey, you know what I read this morning on the news, and it's true, I saw the video of it. Some guy grew a pumpkin, it was like 400 kilograms. See you later, Catfish. And some other guy hollowed it out and paddled it down the Tumut River. He was the first person to ever paddle a pumpkin down the Tumut River. I'm not even joking. Don't you believe me? It's not a joke, I was on the news this morning. A few more bin chickens incoming. You say that?
That's right.
Yeah, I just had a big bite. I sat this rod down, even though it's out of the water, and it still managed to get snagged. Look at that. I'm halfway through winding it up to go home. I got a bite on that rod, so I sat that down, and then I got snagged. Still playing with it. Still playing with it. Got him! Just about to pack up and go home. The day's got one more fish left in it. It's only a real little one. It's going to be a little catty, I reckon. Just on the law of averages. Look at that. It's a tiny little one. See that real small little catty? Hey, you've got Zackley's disease. You know what that means? Your face looks exactly the same as this catfish. Righto, little catfish. See you later, mate. You've got Zackley's disease. Your face looks exactly the same as that catfish's face.
Do you want a medal, bro? Honestly.
Holly and I, you're cutting me head off.
What?
Folks, Holly and I have had an amazing time here this afternoon. This has been awesome. Now this is what a healthy fishery looks like when it doesn't have redfin or carp in it. It's amazing, we've had so much fun. A huge big thank you goes to the farmer that's very, very kindly let us come on here and fish in his own personal dam. Thank you so much. We just feel so, so privileged to have access to this waterway. Folks, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video.